Somebody's having a good morning.
River, what is your real name?
Sorry?
Frank came back here calling himself something stupid, and he had to get the idea from somewhere. And I know your lawyer parents did not name you River. So, what's your real name?
Well, since you asked, I used to go by Trisha, but I changed.
All right, Trisha, what are you still doing here? Because I seem to remember your visit's purpose being about an apology, which has already happened. And yet I come back here and you're having
Antiques Roadshow in my
Do you
living
really
room.
think that we came all the way down here just to make some fuss over some old junk? Franz is here to heal himself, and I'm just here to support him. Whether or not you choose to forgive him, well, that's on you. And he's made the effort, and that's all that really counts. Now all that's left is to see this old house go to
Why would you two need to see that?
Because Franz is in pain. He's mourning, not just for his father, but for his whole life. And he didn't even get the closure of a funeral like all of you did. He's stuck here. And sometimes the only way to move forward is with a little ritual. We can't change the past. We can't unhurt each other. We can't unfeel feelings. But we ease the pain of the present by enacting the eternal rites. And sometimes these rites can be as big as seeing your childhood home go, or as little as an apology. I'm sorry is one of the oldest rituals we have. Did you know the root of sorry is actually sore? When you're saying I'm sorry, you're literally saying I'm sore. We acknowledge each other's suffering, and by the extension, the universality of suffering. We offer our suffering up to the collective, and we move on. Isn't that beautiful?
How's your mother, Trisha?
She's fine.
Because by the time I was your age, mine was dead. And it was a very slow and ugly and painful death. And then I watched my father and his two boys mourn her, which is an entirely different kind of pain. In fact, I watched him mourn her for the rest of his life. And then I watched him die. So I don't need you to come in here with your community college hippy-dippy anthro seminar on grief and suffering and mourning, because I know those girls personally, and it takes more than a little ritual to send them away. It takes time. Something which you, fortunately or unfortunately, know next to nothing about.
You're right, Toni. I'm sorry. Franz has told me all about what's happened here and how you were the one who had to deal with so much of it. You were somewhat of a mother to him, right? Now I understand why this is all so difficult for you. My mother had a really hard time coping when I came home to make amends. But do you know what I think really might help you? A sister. I have 3. And
You want to know what's going to help you getting the hell away from me? Oh. I think I just figured you out. You're one of those sweet girls, aren't you? Do people ever call you that? People ever look at you and go, "Oh, River, you're so sweet." I haven't seen one of you in a long time. In fact, I think I used to be one of you. I think I remember being sweet, 23, and running around thinking I knew everything, and I was going to save everyone by loving them into submission. God. Do you want to know what happens to sweet girls? life gobbles you up faster than the other girls. You want to know why? Because we run around looking so tasty, sprinkling all our sugar all over the world's shit, putting a target on our backs. But let me tell you what no one told me. You don't get an unlimited supply. That sugar is gonna run out. So don't be in such a hurry to waste it on Frank. You're not gonna fix him. I tried. This whole family's tried, but Frank is gonna be who he is, which is a grown man and a hot dog mess. So take my advice. Save some of that sweetness for yourself. Save some of you for you.
No offense, Toni, but you and I are nothing alike. And Franz has got some sweetness in him.
No,
too.
Frank is
That's
not
what
just
we
so
have
sweet
is
too.
love. It's real love. And that's not just the sort of thing that runs out.
Okay, good
and
luck
I'm
with
gonna have
that.
his baby.
All right.
No, Toni, I don't think you understand. I'm actually pregnant.
What?
I found out a few days ago. You're the first person I've told. Haven't even told Franz yet. I'm gonna. Here. It's actually at the end of this whole journey I've planned. Tomorrow, once all of this is over, once he's seen this house go, we're gonna go camping somewhere around these woods. And we're gonna pitch a tent under the stars, build a fire, sing some songs, meditate, reconnect with this old earth. And then, right before we go to bed, that's what I'm gonna tell him. Let him fall asleep knowing how his life is really, really going to change. And I want you to be a part of this child's life. I want everybody to be a part of this child's life. Don't you think Franz could use your help? Don't you think this child could use a father who knows what the love of a family is?
Do you even know what he did here?
Yes, Toni, I do. And I don't care. I remember what it feels like to be a young girl. I remember what the attentions of an older man would feel like. And I remember wanting to feel grown up. And I'm not excusing what he did, but I do think that there are some gray areas. And I think that people make mistakes. And people deserve to be forgiven when they ask for it. And I also believe that people can really change. I really believe that. Why don't you?
What did he tell you, sweetie?
That she was 16?
She
and
was
it was
12 and he got her pregnant. Oh, you didn't know anything, did you?